All right, this is actually going to be a good match, I think. We have Geralt here in the bottom right. He's a very strong Polish Protoss. We cast him pretty regularly. And then we have up here uThermal, who's actually a Terran player, but playing Zerg here, but obviously a very skilled and talented gamer. And we're going to see what his Zerg versus Protoss is going to look like. Now, he's, again, a YouTube guy nowadays, so he might just be looking for some content. I don't think he's here to win the money tonight, because he's not good enough, even if he's playing Terran. But who knows? We'll see what he wants to pull off here. He might have some fun stuff that he wants to try. All right, proxy hatch. There you have it. Gerald's sending out this probe. I feel like I would just scout for proxy hatch. There's like no way uThermal's not going to troll you. He needs something to go on that thumbnail. Put some arrows, fucking soy face or whatever it's called. What do I think about StarCraft 2 macro with Brood War movement unit management? No, man. I don't know what is with you guys that you won't understand this. Don't change Brood War. Just leave it as it is. It's perfect. All right, so he sees that obviously that there is an offensive hatchery here. Let's see where he goes tech-wise. All right, throws on Cybernex Core and Second Gateway. Makes sense. Starts a Zealot immediately. Going to start searching for that hatchery. He checks the most obvious place first. And then he'll probably check the second most obvious place second, which is where it's at. And yeah, he's going to check that out. He's going to find it. And we're going to see if he has what it takes to hold against this all-in. Definitely a very cheesy play. If Brood War patch allow F2 select, would you quit? It would be impossible to balance the game with that guy in the chat. You can't have all unit selection. Can you imagine Zerg being able to select like 200 supply of Zergling Hydra against Protoss? Do you know what that would look like for all that to attack move at the same time? Nothing would stop it, literally. Nothing would stop it. All right, so Roach Warren coming up. Zergling speed is on the way as well. No shield battery yet. Brave man. I had to put a shield battery down pretty quick here, honestly. 2 more gates, so he's going to go 4 gate. So he's going to try to just overpower this. Not a bad choice, I think, really. Brings out his Stalker. He wants to kill this Overlord. That's a fair amount of units out here. If he gets trapped, he's gonna be sad. Yeah, he's going to get that Overlord. That's a very good pickoff. Gerald should be pretty happy about that. Good targeting on that Stalker. I don't know if he targeted that purposefully, but he got out of there as quickly as he could, basically. Yeah, will end up dying. Unfortunately, he loses 3 units there for a few Lings and an Overlord. Was it worth it? I would say probably not. We do have a supply block for uThermal, though, so I don't know, maybe? uThermal might break him. Dude. Gerard has picked up really good wins. Like, I think 1 week he even beat Dark. But here's uThermal Zerg. Just crushing some face. Another Cybernex Core is going up. That is high health, so that's why he threw that down. It's a decent building to block with there. All right, so we have these Stalkers being made. You know, I think Gerald is actually maybe going to be fine. He should get another warping around from those low ground gates, plus he has the 2 gates in his main. So, like, you know, we go up to five Stalkers here. It's getting pretty good. Okay, he throws down some Zealots to block that hole. Oh, wow. I really feel like he should block it, though. Ooh, good bile. Oh, my God. The probe moves back into the bile. Wanted to die there. All right, so all the Ravagers are going to be taken out. And the Overlord flies in there. Oh, oof. Big oof moment. All right, so now we have 4 gate against uThermal, who's just sitting here making some Ravagers. Man. I don't know about this game, man. I think Gerald's pretty close to taking this one home. But I guess we still have some fight left in us. It is 1 base versus 1 base. And honestly, you could put a couple drones on the minerals there and actually be ahead as far as economy goes. That's kind of funny. All right, so uThermal gets inside. Some of his lings... Okay, he's going to get the sentry. He blows up the sentry wall there. Some nice micro on this one Ravager. Does miss that bile. Gonna lose that Zealot there. Yeah, this Zealot... That's very smart to put that on there. That's like a lot of micro for uThermal. Try to deal with it. Ooh, not a bad idea, but there was a battery in there anyways. All right, another Overlord dies. Luckily, he lost all his units, so he's not supply blocked. So, yeah, some more Ravagers coming down. This is a very, very weird game. It does feel like overall Stalkers are going to give you the best bang for your buck here. But this could be scary. Look at this. He has him on the low ground. Dude, uThermal's going to win. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me here? Oh my God. This is not something you see every day. Oh, never mind. Never mind. I thought uThermal was going to take this and there's 2 Adepts in his base. Well, I guess that's it. I guess you're a better player, Gerard. Or Gerald. Gerard, Jesus. Actually, he blocks that like pretty well. Pretty well. Dude, what if he blows up the pylons? I mean, this is some good pressure. He's like, look at how he's throwing 1 bile at a time at the choke so that it, like, you can't walk out there or you're going to basically take a bile, right? And if you just try to slip like 2 out before the bile comes down, then he just wrecks them. This is really beautifully done. This is very, very good from uThermal. Dude, he's going to kill the cybernetic score in a minute here. I hope you remade that, Gerald. It's going to be important, man. All right, putting as much damage as he can right now onto those Stalkers. I would like to see him actually just get the pick on that cybernetic score. I feel like this is maybe in error not to just put 1 more hit on there. And just see, because like 2 more Stalkers just warped in. Okay, well, GG anyways. All right, Gerald does end up taking it. uThermal made it pretty close considering how badly it was going. By not being able to do everything flawlessly nor easily, infinite nuance is born. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Oh, data. Thank you. Glad to hear. I actually finished casting all of it today. So over the next few days, you'll have the rest of the series. I'm not switching because there's not that many games left, right? I think the 5th game was released today. So I just finish them up. So next like 4 days. Hope you enjoy. Is there a StarCraft 2 player who's flawless? No one's flawless. No one's flawless. But, I mean, you get games that are, like, really unbelievably well played. I mean, the thing is, by definition, there's always mistakes happening in Brood War. You can't help it. Because you can't do everything. Like, you can watch Flash stream, and while he's attacking with, like, a 2-factory pressure, he'll go back and he'll have 8 SCVs not mining. 8. Fucking crazy, right? But if you want premium damage, that's what happens. There is no flash of StarCraft 2. There's no flash of anything. Actually, no, I think there's actually a flash of Madden, I heard, but I'm not sure. Okay, we're going to the next game. My hatred for StarCraft 2 is becoming borderline uncontrollable. That's funny. Jesus. There's a flash of Marble Blast Gold. I don't know if it's a single-player game, if that really counts. Like, that's super impressive and all, but I don't know if that really counts. Because there's something about playing against another person that makes it different. My hatred for StarCraft 2 is becoming medic movement uncontrollable. It's so funny, man. Fuck. Medics are so stupid. They are so stupid. All right. We have a pool first here. And we'll see where he goes with that. He has 1 gas being mined. Kind of interesting. Double gas would mean that it would be like maybe a Ravager Rush. With a single gas? I'm not sure. Not sure what we're looking at. Someone says, Happy is making a pretty good case for being the Flash of Warcraft 3. I don't know if I can agree with that. I don't keep super track. I do know about how he's dominating the tournament scene. But I think I don't know that you can really call it that, right? Because like his domination, first off, it is following like a patch, right? Which is I'm not saying that, like, it always felt like when I watched that Undead was having a very hard time and everything, but also Flash during the highest peak was the best player. The highest peak of Brood War was the best player, and still is. So it's very different. This is, I would say that it's probably not the highest peak for Warcraft 3. The players, of course, are always better because we're later in time. But that's not what I'm talking about. The most competitive moment, right? Warcraft 3 equivalent would be Moon. Yeah, I would probably guess that, but it's not equivalent as well. People who try to compare their gamers to Flash really don't know what they're talking about generally. Flash really has done more than everyone. Pretty good defense here. Geralt looks like he's not really going to be broken. It's a 1-base uThermal. I don't know what... It's like these Ravagers are going to have to break a hole in the wall for the Lings to get in. No, you can't say Kelly Slater. Sorry, you can't use sports that have judges. Sorry about that. All right, so here come the Ravagers. Let's see what they can do. You know, obviously he doesn't have that big stalker count he had before, so it's tricky in that regard. All right, pops that shield battery pretty quickly. Hey, look at this. Gets in, gets in. I feel like unpowering gateways might be #1 here. Yeah, get rid of those probes. Okay. Yeah, very good, very good, very good. Unpower that one bottom gate. Yeah, yeah, get it, get it, get it. One more. Fuck yeah. Oh, they're both unpowered. Damn. Trouble in Protoss Town. Probe's really trying to get the surround. Oh. The strength of cheese, guys. Oof. Yeah. uThermal's doing like sick damage here. Don't forget he doesn't have another hatch, though. That's an issue. It's certainly an issue. Yeah, I think you just GG here. There's just nothing left. There's a... Yeah. Out comes the Oracle, but is the Oracle going to be able to actually do anything here? Don't think so. Oh, God. That could have been sick. Just going after probes at this point. No sense in trying to unpower before the void's out. GG. 1-1. Damn. Cheese is pretty good at StarCraft, man. Is this considered cheese? And if so, is it for fucking noobs? Yes and yes. All right, we'll be going into game 3. Describe the distinction between an all-in and a cheese. Honestly, we use them interchangeably, and that's partially my fault, being probably the most heard commentator, but it should not be that way. An all-in should be a cheese which you cannot reasonably ever switch out of. It's like complete investment in it with no transition point. Right? Like, let's say you pulled all your workers, right? That's an all-in because you're not going back home and mining and playing a game after that. But we pretty much use them interchangeably. Yeah, 4-pool and Brood War. There's a good one. And so what you should say then for Protoss players is it's never all-in, it's always cheese because Protoss can literally always transition. And I'm not joking. That's actually the case in Brood War. You Zealot Rush Terrans in StarCraft 2? No. No. In StarCraft 2, so when you go from StarCraft 1 to StarCraft 2, in StarCraft 2, the Zealot and the Zergling both got heavily nerfed from the StarCraft 1 equivalents. Okay, their stats are worse. They're much worse units. And the Marine got extremely buffed from the StarCraft 1 Marine. So, yeah, make from that what you will. They looked at StarCraft 1, they said, wow, we really did wrong here, and changed that completely. Nice Username actually made a video of what StarCraft 1 Marines would look like having StarCraft 2 Marine stats. It's the most hilarious thing you'll ever see. They just run through everything. All right. So we have a gold base being taken here with Zergling speed on the way for uThermal. Geralt is getting his Nexus. It's a bit late. Looks like he's playing a little bit more defensively here, a little bit more carefully. Sending a Zealot out. Might check on that gold base. Walks by the wrong side of it. All right, so yeah, the Zealot is sitting there like it's a Bisu Zealot right now. It's trying to reduce the amount of surface area that you're going to have for it. There are a lot of Lings on the way. Stargate coming up. Just waiting for the Queen, I guess, to deal with that Zealot. It's funny that it's Ling speed. Normally when you take a gold base, you want to focus on roaches because you don't have the larva to support Ling production. So here go the speedlings across the map. And again, speedlings are not generally a good play here. Double drop overlord. Okay. A lot of sneakiness going on by uThermal here. All right, double slow Ling drop. Oh boy. This is kind of funny. All right, an Adept is going to get in here. He does get some Lings around it, which is kind of nice. Out comes the Oracle, and he's just going to pick up and let the Oracle run out of energy. What a king. What a king this guy is. And with only one Adept there, like, this is pretty scary. Obviously, when the Void Ray comes out, he can block, kill the Overlords at least, right? Eventually block the Lings, but that'll take a bit. Oh boy. Yeah, brings the probes up to the wall to get healed by that shield battery. I think uThermal is literally going to show up to this cup that he never plays in with a race he doesn't play and cheese his way through a player that gets top 8 regularly. Now, if this doesn't show you that cheese is very, very silly and very easy to do. Not that uThermal is bad, but he's not even a Zerg player, and he is absolutely crushing here. Yeah, this is looking pretty bad right now for our Protoss player. Poor Geralt. Not going to be happy about this one. So, another Void Ray on the way. We already have Hydrabust being upgraded right now for uThermal, which is kind of a funny thing. That's not what I expected to see Hydras when we look across the map. Oh my god. So they're about to have speed and range. Throws throws a spore down. Okay, that makes sense since it's all Stargate units being made. There is a Twilight being made, but like honestly, I think he's going to be able to very, very easily mass up enough Hydras that he just wins the game. As Gerald, you're not too happy. You fly and you see Hydras. It's like, well, damn, man. That's rough. What are we going to do with these Void Rays? All right, so one Adept kind of shading across the map. The double Voids are going to try to hit the main. I don't know if you can even hold on against these Hydras. It's just you don't have any high-quality units right now. As Gerald, his high quality units are these 2 Void Rays, and obviously they don't counter them. Okay, goes after the Hydrabust Den. And he can get that, right? No? Yeah. This is a very funny looking game right now. Now, uThermal is hitting with these Hydras. Oh, okay, the Stasis Ward was a good idea. Ling runs in, so he doesn't really fall for that. 3 shield batteries, not a bad idea either. I just want him to kill the wall, honestly. I think that's a good, solid play. Pick off the wall, and then pick off units. Or shield batteries. You can just jump in and kill a shield battery if he's backing up too far. Dude, the DPS of these Hydras is actually pretty crazy. Oh, he's killing him so quickly here. And there's an Immortal being made, which is not really what you want, but you need something. Like, you have to produce stuff. Right? He lost his Cybernetics core. Yeah, that's going to be it. uThermal's going to take this down 2-1. Well, GG. You can see the pain. The absolute pain you could see typed in that well. Gerald right now is shaking his head. He's so fucking angry. I would never have said well GG there. Never. Never!